Okay, good morning, friends. Joining me today. Today's session, the Masterclass 15. This is on personality and consumer behavior. Why we need to know about the personality dimensions of consumers? Because we need to match products according to the personality dimensions of the consumer class in general. So in this session, we'll be discussing on consumer behavior is very deeply influenced by the personality traits which shape the individual preferences and purchasing decisions and brand perceptions. That's the reason why we need to understand personality. So this session explores the nature of personality, key theories of personality, self concept, and the role of psychographics in marketing. Let us proceed. First of all, let's try to understand what is the nature of personality. The key traits. Personality refers to the unique psychological traits and behavioral patterns that remain relatively consistent over time. And these influence how individuals interact with the environment, including their buying decisions. So, when we try to understand the psychological traits, reason behind this is that these traits influence individuals to interact with the environment and also their buying decisions. And their way of living also is being influenced by their personality dimensions. So, the personality traits, that's the reason why we need to understand. So, let's now try to understand key characteristics of personality. Of course, maybe stable yet adaptable. Let's see. Personality remains consistent, but external influences like culture or experiences can shape the personality of individuals. What is unique to each individual? No two consumers have identical personalities. X is different, Y is different, affecting their shopping behaviors. X buys A product and Y buys a B product because their lifestyles are basically dependent upon their personalities. So, what are the impacts on decision making? I mean, personality and decision making. Personality influences brand preferences. You may prefer X brand, I may prefer Y brand of the same product category. And the shopping styles also getting influenced by personality influences. And personality influences also influence the customer's response to marketing campaigns. So I may not like that advertisement campaign, and you may like it because variety of reasons. Because I have my own personality trait relating to my culture and all that. I say that no, this advertisement is not good enough, but you may like it because of variety of reasons. Uh, and let's try to classify key traits of personality and how they help in consumer behavior. Several personality traits affect how consumers interact with the products and brands that are being advertised and being supplied in the market. First one is openness to experience. That means consumers who are adventurous and creative prefer innovative and new brands because their openness to experience, they always try to experience new things and all that. They are just open, they are innovators. For example, the new brands like Apple and Tesla are being preferred by these kind of people who are open to experience, try to explore new products, new things like that. Second important trait is conscientiousness, meaning detail oriented and organized consumers who seek reliable and high quality products only, because they don't have a snap decision to buy a product. They go in for detailed examination of the product claim. If they want it, if their needs match with the product claims, then only they buy. Say for example, the luxurious type of living customers buy Toyota and Rolex wristwatches. The third category and trait, key trait, is extroversion. That means this is called outgoing, sociable. Outgoing individuals prefer bold, energetic brands. Say, for example, Harley Davidson motorcycles and all that. There are people socially, sociableness is much more in this case of extroverted people. Third is agreeableness. Third key trait is agreeableness, meaning compassionate and cooperative. They have their kind of trait, like they're compassionate, they agree, and they're very cooperative with other people like that. So this type of consumers support ethical and social brands. A very very interesting aspect. They prefer only social brands, mostly sold brands. They support ethical brands, like for example Tom's shoes and Pentogenia products and all that. The fifth one is neuroticism. This is something in relation to your emotions. This type of people having a characteristic of neuroticism, emotionally sensitive consumers, and they may prefer comforting and security driven brands. Say for example life insurance, health products, etc. They're emotionally sensitive and says, no, this product helps us to maintain good health, hence take this brand. Just like that, what may happen when a principal member of the family dies, so hence they care for life insurance products. So these are emotionally sensitive consumers who prefer comforting and security driven brands. For example, introverts may prefer quite luxury brands like a lot of brands that are now available who are said to be which products are said to be branded as luxury brands. Say for example, a Nike's dynamic branding they buy. Extroverts buy this kind of Nike and other types of brands, but introverts always would like to buy only traditional brands, luxury brands, if you look at the example. Now, let's examine the theories of personality and consumer behavior influence. First one is Freud's psychoanalytic theory and consumer behavior. Let's see. Freud's theory suggests that personality is structured into these components that influence consumer behavior. What are they? Number one, eat. This is called, the classification id, ego, and superego, what we call it in Freud's terminology. First one is id, impulsive desires, they're called. That means every individual is driven by pleasure and instant gratification. That's called id. That means when you're driven by your pleasure and you want instant gratification, immediate satisfaction. So that type of desire, because of that, consumers buy luxury items, and most of the time, fast food like junk food or some entertainment services, etc. Say, for example, they buy McDonald's or Ferrari products, whatever you call it. Second is ego, rational self, meaning that the consumers here, or human beings or persons, balances between impulse and reality. They are interested in evaluating the products before they purchase. That's the reason why consumers research before purchasing. choosing a smartphone after a very detailed comparison of different brands, because that's ego, rational self. Third one is superego, according to Freud's classification. Superego is moral self, what we call it. That means people follow ethical and social rules because they are not interested in all these hangama of advertising different types of products. They are said to be very ethical and they follow social rules. That's the reason why consumers with this kind of superego characteristic support sustainable and ethical brands when they buy the products, like say Body Shop or Patagonia, or which products are more with social conscious consumers, meaning sustainability or what you call it. They buy ethical brands. So, for example, Pantogenia's advertisement campaign like this: "Don't buy this jacket" campaign appealed to the superego, promoting sustainability because people are being influenced by certain social norms. So this is Sigmund Freud's theory of classification of traits. There, ego, and superego. Second theory is trait theory, and how it can be related to consumer behavior. Let's see, trait theory categorizes individuals based on measurable personality characteristics that influence shopping behavior, meaning different consumers have varying needs of for materialism, innovation, and risk taking, etc. For example, there are high risk takers. These type of people buy new technology oriented products very early. They're early adopters of iPhones or any new technological products. For example, there are another category, low risk takers. They prefer trusted, tried brands who are said to be a long established brands. So, for example, I would like to go for Maruti Suzuki because I know Maruti Suzuki is a well established brand and all that. For the first time car buyers, psychology would be like that. They don't try new brands as such. The third theory, what we call it, social learning theory, how it influences consumer behavior. Let's see. Personality is shaped by social influences, meaning that you're being influenced by the society, numbers in this society. It includes your family, it includes cultural influences, it includes media, pressures, and also it includes peer groups who are there in and around you, your employees, your neighbors, or whatever, peer groups. Consumers often imitate behaviors of the influencers or celebrities that they admire. That's why celebrity advertising counts a lot here. For example, Nike uses sports celebrities for their advertisement campaigns. Cristiano Ronaldo and Virat Kohli, more famous cricketer, to reinforce its athletic brand image when they sell their brands. And the social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok influence younger generations of fashion and lifestyle choices because it's social learning theory. That means the personality is shaped by it emphasizes that personality is shaped by social influences, including family, culture, media, etc. So next one would be the discussion on self-concept and consumer behavior. Let's look at a conceptual understanding of the self-concept and buying decisions. Consumers make choices based on how they see themselves. How you see yourself is your actual self, and how you want to be seen by others is ideal self. Please carefully follow this theme. Self concept, actual self versus ideal self. Definitely, there's a clash. Actual self is who we are now. For example, a working professional wearing a formal business attire because I want, I mean, I like this, so I wear this formal business attire. But then your ideal self also influences your buying behavior, mind it. The ideal self of this executive is who we aspire to be. Please note there's a difference between who you are now and who you aspire to be. So, in this case of ideal self, the same professional, I mean, executive, aiming for a luxury lifestyle, wearing a Rolex wristwatch and driving a BMW car and very costly suits and all that. So, that's the self concept which influences the buying decisions. For example, a middle class professional may aspire to own a Mercedes Benz to reflect success story. Mind it, he may not afford it, but he tries to because ideal self travels from actual self to ideal self. Beauty brands, for example, like L'Oreal, Lakme, etc., focus on making consumers feel closer to their ideal self because marketers make a deliberate attempt to make you travel from actual self to ideal self. What we are now, what you aspire to be. That's the reason why most of the fashion products and other luxurious goods are being sold. Now, the brand user image and self concept. Another example, another concept we need to discuss here. Consumers always choose brands that align with their self identity, what you are, and what you aspire to be. So, this self identity works on your choosing brands, and the marketers must position the product as enhancers of a person's self image. That's the reason why advertisers use a lot of advertisement campaigns. They're always with the undercurrent of influencing and enhancing a person's self image. For example, Apple uses see themselves as innovative and tech savvy. Apple users see themselves as innovative and tech savvy. They feel when you're having an iPhone, you feel that you're innovative and tech savvy. So that's again an interesting thing for the marketer to focus upon. So, for example, Rolex wristwatch buyers associate with success and status. If I have a wristwatch, Rolex wristwatch, they associate with success and status. So, this is just because of your brand user image and concept integration. And consumers choose brands that reflect their personality, meaning, mind it, and self identity. We have already said. This connection between brand perception and consumer self concept influences purchasing decisions. And the types of self concept what we have been discussing just now. The actual self, how a person perceives themselves, I mean himself or herself. And second is ideal self, how a person aspires to be. And the social self is how a person wants to be perceived by others. See, this is the difference. Please note. That's the theory and personality dimensions based on which marketers plan, marketing strategies. That's the reason why we need to understand personality. So, actual self, ideal self, and social self. Let's see brand associations with the self concept. Some examples. How different brands uh, associate their brands with the self concept. For example, Apple products attracts tech savvy, creative users who see themselves as innovative and trendsetters. So they appeal to all those people who see themselves, brand themselves as innovative and trendsetters. Take the case of Rolex wristwatches, appeals to status driven individuals who are very much conscious of their status and who value prestige and luxury in success. So because it's a luxury brand, they always appeal to status driven individuals. Take the case of Harley Davidson motorcycles. They resonate with freedom seekers and adventure lovers. This is a premium motorcycle, very much. So they look at, they appeal to freedom seekers and they appeal to customers who are adventurous lovers. Take the case of Tesla cars. They connect with eco-conscious and forward-thinking consumers because the Tesla is claiming to be eco-friendly car. Look at the brand positioning of the different types of products which they want to relate to the self concept of the consumers. A young professional, for example, again, who sees himself or herself as modern and ambitious may buy an iPhone to align with the self image of being innovative and successful. This example clarifies how the brand can be associated with the self concept, why the brand should be associated with the self concept. Because you see here, professional who seems themselves or professionals who seems themselves as modern and ambitious. So they always buy status oriented products. We have a brand image of status, whatever, high profile professionals. So they buy iPhones to align with their self image. No, then why psychographics matter in marketing? Psychographics is all about classifying customers on the basis of their personality traits. Why we want, what type of a person the customer is. We have seen the answers just now. Why brand associations with self concept, why different personality traits must be understood by the marketers. Let's see why psychographics matter in marketing. Yes, there are very definite reasons. First one is it helps in segmentation. Segmentation is classifying the customer class. It divides consumers based on interests, not just age or income, but it is demographic classification. It's called if you want to, classify the customers on the basis of age, incomes, etc. But we can also divide consumers based on interests. So it helps in segmenting the markets and focusing that particular segment. Second, it improves targeted advertising. Brands can craft messages, advertisement messages that resonate emotionally with that class of customers. That's called targeting. And the third one is influencing product positioning, meaning you position the product in the minds of the consumers in a particular fashion. It aligns products with consumer aspirations. You relate your products with the consumer class. Position the product, you manufacture the product in such a fashion that it can align itself to the consumer aspirations. So here there are three things: STP we call it, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Very, very interesting aspect. For all these things to happen, you need to understand the psychographics. Who are the consumer class? How do we segment how do we go in for targeting the class, and how we position the product to a particular class of products, I mean customers. For example, a 30-year-old male demographics could be like this. One, a fitness enthusiast. For example, he's a fitness enthusiast. He prefers Nike, Adidas and Fitbit because they are with active lifestyles. For example, he is a hardcore gamer. Gamer. He prefers PlayStation, Alienware, Xbox, gaming lifestyle because gaming products they buy. So you need to understand what type of people to whom we are catering. Let's examine some real world branding strategies here. Say Nike and Adidas market towards an active performance driven lifestyle. Their advertisements, etc., are just like that. Who the people who are said to be active, who are seem to be performance driven, and who accept an adventurous lifestyle, or the Nike and Adidas shoes. Again, here, next one is Patagonia products appeals to environmentally conscious, adventure-seeking customers. Mind it, because you classify the customer class based on your segmentation and personality dimensions, personality traits. Then the next job is to match your product with that particular class of customers. The third example, what we can say is PlayStation and Xbox, the gaming products, focus on a fun loving, immersive gaming experience oriented people. Because all people are not interested in gaming products as such. So you offer a PlayStation and Xbox products to all those people who are immersive in gaming experience. Another example is Tesla, is the superior car brand today in the market. Tesla targets tech-savvy, sustainability-focused individuals because there are self-driven cars and all that, you know, and highly technology-oriented. So people who are tech-savvy attract to these Tesla cars, and who are sustainability-friendly products. They want sustainability focused individuals, environment friendly products they buy. Tesla is an electric car. And the key learning here is that why all this psychographics and all is important for the marketer is psychographics allows brands to create very deeper emotional connections with the audience. That's the reason why they are leading to stronger brand loyalty and engagement. Very, very important here to note that the study of psychographics is said to be very, very important. Another important aspect that we need to understand when we talk about personality is Val's model, much debated. VALS. VALS is nothing but values, A, and L is lifestyle, and S is segmentation, meaning how we would like to categorize customers on the basis of their personality, values, and lifestyle choices. This kind of classification helped marketers understand buying behaviors and preferences. Now, this VALS model, that is values and lifestyle segmentation model, divides consumers into 8 segments based on their resources and primary motivational levels like their ideals, their achievements, and their self expression, etc. Let's see this. Carefully follow this table. The VALS segments, the traits and brand examples I can give you here. And we have said it are 8 types, right? Now, first, aspect here is on segment. valve segments. Second one is traits that are described. And third is the brand example that we're going to quote for that. First one on valve segmentation. First category segment is innovators. Innovators' traits are, you know pretty well, self-explanatory. They are trendsetters, they are high income oriented, and they are sophisticated. They are early adapters, meaning they buy the products as they come into the market because they are innovative, they are early adopters. The brand example here, who the brands which capture these innovators, like Tesla and Apple. The second segment in valve segmentation of the customer class segmentation is thinkers. They think before they act. So they are analytical, they are educated, they are value, logic, and quality. They are interested in value and they care for quality. So, brand examples here, say, for example, in newspapers, The Hindu, The Economist, are the good examples because there are a number of newspapers that are available. People who value quality, who value they're just they want a good newspaper to which focuses unbiased news and all that. Of course, today there are a lot of debate. We can't say anything about that. But then the Hindu and the specialist magazine is the Economist. Now, next categorization in valve segment is believers. That means they want to believe something when advertisement is being given for a particular product, classifying and giving what you call a detailed analysis of the product. So they are brand loyal and they are conservative and they are very traditional. They are believers that this product will help them. They believe like that. So they go in for Patanjali, Tata Salt, brand examples. They buy that. And the next category in valve segment is achievers. The traits of the achievers, and you don't have to tell you. They are status driven, they are career focused, they are premium buyers. So they always look after new products and new innovations and costly products and all that. Say, for example, Louis Vuitton and BMW cars and all that. Good examples of the brands. And the next segment are strivers. Strivers are, the trait here is budget conscious, they are ambitious, they aspire for status. So they buy different types of products, like, say, for example, Jara and Puma shoes, like this. And next category of segmentation is experimenters. The name implies experimenters traits are adventurous. They are think seekers, thrill seekers. They want to experience thrill when they buy the products. And they love new experiences. So they always go for new products like, say, GoPro or Red Bull, different brands like this. Next one, classification segment is makers. Makers are, they are for themselves. That's why DIY enthusiasts. That means do it yourself enthusiasts. They are very practical. They are, they what I can say is hands-on consumers. They would like to buy something like, they go in for IKEA brands and Bosch tools. Good examples of the brands. And the last category of valve segment is survivors. The traits are, they're very much price sensitive. They are, you know, security seeking individuals for that matter, and they are brand wary. I mean, they will be evaluating brands, and they will be looking at as economical as, I mean, good products which are said to be as economical as possible. So they buy in DMart, they buy in Big Bazaar, not in other big malls as such. This helps us to think in terms of how brands are being sold, uh, with relating with the traits of people. Here, Val's segmentation approach helps us to understand that. Now, how brands use Val segmentation in marketing. Example one: look at luxury brands like Louis Vuitton and Rolex wristwatches. They target achievers who seek prestige and status. For example, discount retailers, Dmart and Big Bazaar, appeal to what we have said just now, survivors who prioritize affordability and value. Example two: Tesla and Apple market to innovators, positioning their products as cutting edge and premium products in the market. And GoPro and Red Bull attract experiencers who crave thrill and adventure. See this classification. Example 3: Patanjali and Tata Salt target believers who prefer traditional trusted brands. And IKEA and Bosch attract makers who enjoy hands on, do it yourself experiences. So, what are the learnings from this kind of Val's model of segmentation? Yes, brand segment and target customers more effectively. If you use this kind of segmentation of the product, I mean, customer class. The second, consumers make buying decisions not just based on income, but also personality and lifestyle. Marketers must remember this. The third learning here is right positioning leads to better engagement and customer loyalty and sales. See, this is a interesting aspect here. See, you can't play a blind game in the market. You need to look at the customer class on personality trait dimension. So these case studies you study in your classroom. I just supply this one to let me have a okay. How Harley Davidson premium motorcycle maker uses personality based segmentation. Let's see how it is. It's a beautiful case study. Carefully follow here. First of all, who are their target audience? How do they target the market? One, the target audience for Harley Davidson, the risk takers who seek adventure and freedom. Note, and they are rebellious spirits who reject social norms. So they go for speed riding and whatnot. And the self-expressive consumers who want their vehicles to reflect their identity. They are very odd designed vehicles as such. Target audience. See, what is the branding strategy of Harley Davidson? Rugged and masculine imagery in advertising. See, if you see the advertisements, open roads and leather jackets and tattoos here and there on the skin, and they are said to be non-normal individuals putting a hat and driving, and slogans like live to ride, right to live, reinforcing a free spirited lifestyle. See the slogan advertisement slogans of Harley Davidson or like this. See their branding strategy, because they are capturing, they are targeting to highly what do you call innovative and freestyle customer class. Harley Owners Group creates a community for brand loyalists, strengthening the brand cult status. Who like this brand? Who are they even created a community minded. So the customization options allow riders to personalize their bikes. If you want their bike to be designed like this, color and all, they even customize them. See, this kind of reinforcing individuality. That's a fantastic branding strategy adopted by Harley Davidson. So, what is the emotional connection here? Yes, of course, Harley Davidson builds tribal loyalty, making customers feel a part of an exclusive brotherhood. Owning a Harley motorcycle is more than transportation. It's not simply a vehicle who can which can help you to get a transport, right? Transported, travel from X destination, Y destination. No, owning a Harley motorcycle is more than a transportation. It's a statement of freedom and rebellion. That kind of emotional connection. Let's see. So, what is the key learning again here? Harley Davidson does not just sell motorcycles, it sells a rebellious lifestyle. Mind it. Second, personality based segmentation helps brands attract highly loyal customers who identify deeply with the brand, identify themselves deeply with the brand. And third, by aligning marketing strategies with consumer personality traits, yes, brands can create a strong emotional connection. For example, a Royal Enfield in India follows a similar strategy, attracting adventure seeking riders who love highway journeys and rugged bikes. Case study 2. Let's examine ideas do it yourself personality targeting. You know, IKEA is a big mall store. IKEA's success is rooted in personality based segmentation, targeting consumers who are self sufficient, creative, and cost conscious. Let's see. Rather than just selling furniture, IKEA provides an experience that aligns with the personality of its target consumers. Let's examine how IKEA use personality based segmentation. Who are their target audience? Do it yourself DIY enthusiasts who enjoy assembling their own furniture. They don't they don't provide furniture. They give you something and you need to assemble it. Creative buyers who love functional and stylish design. Budget conscious customers who seek affordable yet trendy home solutions. And practical thinkers who prefer space saving and modular furniture. So they classify their target audience like this. You know what is the branding strategy? Yes, flat pack model. What's this? IKEA's furniture requires assembly, appealing to do it yourself personalities who enjoy hands on projects. They take the things and they look at the design and then they assemble it. This is called flat pack model. You know what is the showroom layout they have? Stores are designed as interactive spaces where consumers can visualize their homes, making shopping a personalized experience. You walk through this and you enjoy the shopping space as such. And affordable pricing. Of course, IKEA positions itself as a brand that offers quality at a reasonable price. Yes, sustainability also is very important today here. So they also their branding strategy includes sustainability messaging. What they say, IKEA attracts environmentally conscious consumers by promoting eco-friendly materials, energy efficient production as such. So, what is the emotional connection here? Customer feel proud of assembling their own furniture. DIY consumer class, do it yourself consumers, making them more attached to the product. And no, that's what we call sense of accomplishment for the customer. And the second is that personalization. The IKEA offers customizable options. You can have your own thing, and if you want this, that, they have lots and lots of varieties, allowing consumers to design their furniture according to their needs. This is called personalization. And family oriented experience, meaning IKEA's restaurants. For example, if you just go into the space, IKEA showroom, this thing, and IKEA's restaurants and play areas turned furniture shopping into a fun family outing. Once you just see, you will not experience that you have gone to a big mall to buy a product, but it is the shopping. They give you an extraordinary shopping experience of family outing as such, because they create a restaurants and play areas. That's something interesting. So what are the key learnings here in IKEA? Case study what we have been discussing just now. IKEA doesn't sell just furniture. It sells an experience. For that matter, any product for that matter, available in IKEA for that. By targeting do it yourself consumers, creative consumers, and budget conscious consumers, IKEA strengthens consumer loyalty. Anything is available for any class of customers. Third, it's interactive store layouts. Very, very interactive store layouts. That means you can test and try and all that. That's interactive store layouts, because there's a big space, shopping space there. So naturally it is interactive store layout and affordable pricing for that matter, and sustainability messaging create a strong emotional bond with the consumer class. That's something interesting when we talk about IKEA case study. For example, here, Decathlon uses similar strategy again by allowing consumers to try out sports equipment. Decathlon is a big stores, what you call marketer with the big store. Uh, Decathlon uses similar strategy by creating an engaging shopping experience. You can wear a shoe and run here and there and all that. Decathlon, another example. So I just leave it to you to take up another study, Red Bull study for group discussion in a classroom. So I would like to just conclude here. What are the key takeaways and key learning when we talk about personality? Why marketers are interested in psychographics? First one is personality influences brand choices and shopping behavior of the consumers. No doubt about it. Consumers choose brands that reflect their personalities and lifestyle preferences. That's what we have learned. For example, Nike shoes appeals to competitive, goal-oriented individuals, while IKEA attracts creative and self-sufficient shoppers. The second learning what we can have is marketers shape perception through branding experiences because they understand consumer class, personality dimension. So brands create a strong emotional connection by aligning with customer values. Only when you study customers' personality dimensions. That's the reason why another example is given here is Apple markets itself as an innovative, creative brand rather than just a tech company. And retail stores like IKEA, whatever you call it, product packaging and advertising shape consumer perception. This is experiential marketing. See, this is something very interesting when we talk about Apple. And the third is understanding psychographics is said to be very, very important. It allows you to segment the markets effectively. And beyond demographics, psychographics helps brands segment markets based on personality, based on values, based on lifestyles. Good examples are Red Bull targets high energy risk takers, and Harley Davidson motorcycles or adventurous customers, while a DMart focuses on budget conscious shoppers, for example. So the final example, which we can talk about when we talk about, you know, uh, psychographics, importance of psychographics here. Patanjali's Ayurvedic branding. How did they brand the product, and what is there in their mind when once they study the customer class as such on personality dimensions? Patanjali's positioning strategy. You know, Patanjali or Ramdev Baba, a yoga guru, nationwide sensation. The product positioning strategy is Patanjali positions itself as a very traditional, natural, and Ayurvedic brand that promotes health and purity. See this brand positioning strategy, and it uses Indian heritage, cultural identity, because Ayurveda is a science which was born in India, and there's a spirituality appeal again. Consumers seeking organic and chemical free products. If you would like to use products, you use Patanjali because it's an Ayurvedic base. Maybe a toothpaste, maybe a Chyawanprash, different types of even face cream and what do you call it? Because Ayurvedic preparation, chemical free and all. See this positioning strategy. The second is psychographic targeting. I mean, how do they target the consumer class? It appeals to health conscious customers, minded. It appeals to traditional customers. It appeals to nationalist consumers. They say in their advertisement campaigns, don't buy multinational products like Hindustan Unilever. This is the Indian product. Buy from Indian manufacturer. Nationalist consumers who prefer natural remedies over synthetic products. And they target those who value Ayurveda, holistic wellness, and affordability. So the competitive edge they enjoy when compared to that of other brands like Colgate, Procter and Gamble, HUVL, and all, that differentiates itself from multinational brands like Colgate and Procter and Gamble by promoting made in India and chemical free alternatives. Look at the strategy. So they gained trust by associating with Baba Ramdev, a well-known yoga guru, reinforcing its authenticity and credibility. They don't use celebrities in their advertisements. So, what are the key learnings here from Patanjali's marketing strategy? Patanjali's branding is not just about selling herbal products, mind it. It's about selling a lifestyle of purity, tradition, and natural wellness. So, this kind of perception, friends, gives it an emotional and cultural advantage over competitors in the fast moving market, consumer goods market, FMCG, what we call it, fast moving consumer goods market. So that's the end of my discussion here. And I just leave it to you for